Hello. So, I'm going to be teaching you how to make foods. Um, I'm gonna make kielbasa, which is like meat, with broccoli and rice. So at this moment, I'm defrosting the kielbasa, which is 2 packages of kielbasa. And then you'll need 2 packages of broccoli, or any other vegetable of that kind. Garlic, 4 cloves. That's not 4 cloves, but yeah. Rice, any type. Beef broth, beef broth. Yeah. Other stuff you'll need, like a cutting board thingy. Yeah. Woo. Cut stuff, or gets cut on a sharp knife. Like a bowl thing, big. And my favorite part, this thing, like a lid. It's rubbery. Yeah. So, I'm gonna come back once I got some kielbasa, and I'm gonna teach you how to cook. Hi, I'm back. So, the kielbasa, meat, is pretty well defrosted. Okay. So I've also gotten out my 4 cloves of garlic, and I forgot the main thingy of cooking, spoon. I like a wooden one because it's wooden and I hear noises. It's wooden and you can beat people with it, and it's fun. So, from now on, you're probably going to see about here. Then you can see this, and that's what you want to see, not me. So, it's still pretty well not thawed, but yeah. And it's really cold on my fingers, actually. So, what I just did was I sliced it in half, and then down the center, right here, I sliced it again. And so, by slicing it twice, now I've got these nice little, like, halvlets things of kielbasa, which I can use. Flip them all over. And I can just do cut them down the middle again. Now see, those are nice little bits. I like to cut them into little bits. My mom used to do them where it was more like a full inch chunks, but I'm different. This is how I cook it now. If you don't like it, then tough. It's my food. I cooked. I'm actually gonna pick this up. See now, they're all lined up. And so now with all this, you can just go along and cut off little chunklets. Chop, 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 chop. One down. See. Now, I'm going to do the other two, and I'll come back to you when that's done. So, back in a jiff. Welcome back. So, I just finished slicing up the last chunk thing of kielbasa. And so now, what I'm doing is I'm just sort of funneling all of it into a pot right over here, which I can now turn said pot on to heat up. So what you want to do, don't touch this food, is just sort of like let it start to cook. While you're starting to let it cook, this would be a really good time to break out your 4 cloves of garlic things and start to mince them. Now, my mincing and chef whatever mincing are probably completely different. Mine's just sort of smacking some garlic with a knife and hoping it just sort of comes out yummy looking. See?
That wasn't that bad.
So, now that you've gotten your garlic mixed up, your garlic, yes, and you've gotten your kielbasa all in your pot thing, now would be a good time to wash your hands because we don't want to cross-contaminate any more than we have to. I mean, I've already touched my camera and the knife and the stove and no more. So, I'm gonna go away now. I'm gonna come back once this starts cooking more. Yeah. Alright, so I'm back. Yeah, holding the camera now. If you listen very closely to the kielbasa, it's sizzling. If you look closely, you can see it shooting out. And so, during this time that this has started to sizzle, I've taken the rice and moved it from a bag to a bowl of 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice, that's all you need. So I've got that, broth, and now this is cooking. So, yeah. Back with my wooden spoon of Spoony Justice. And so as you start to hear more and more sizzling, you're going to want to do more and more stirring so that then it doesn't stick to the bottom or it starts to get too brown. You're going to want to get it to a golden brown of goodness. And the only way that's possible is, well, cooking it. Yeah. Can't remember the name that my mom called it, but it's where it's like golden brown. It holds in all the yummy goodness, and yeah. So I've just turned up the heat now because it's not really. It was on like medium, and I really should have had it at a high. My bad.
And so, a lot of this is just waiting for it to get cooking. You gotta smell it, you gotta make sure that it's getting good. In the meantime, I'm gonna come over to here, grab a measuring cup. And what I like to do with my stuff, foods, is multitask. Sorry, I went quiet. But by multitasking, you can get more stuff done quicker and more efficiently. Needs a little bit longer. And while we're waiting for that to pick up, I'm over here and I've got my beef broth. Sometimes these packages don't work, so you've got to use a little bit of persuasion to get them to be persuaded. So once you've got that out, then you'll take your measuring cup. And I like to go about 3 or so cups of beef broth stuff. I really like this measuring cup because you can see from the top and the bottom or inside how much you've got inside of it. Ventilation, key. That's tasting pretty good. Now is where I add in the garlic. So I've just got this garlic on a thingy and I just put it in. Nothing too fancy. Put it in, stir it around a bit. And you just want it to be fragrant. You don't want it to be all, It just needs to be fragrant and take some sniffs of it. Stuff is so amazing, I like to eat it all by myself. So, once you've once you got that garlicky smell in it, then you know it's time. It's not there yet for me, so I'm going to cut the video and I'll be back when it's there. So, alright, I'm back. So, that looks pretty good. So, do your 2 cups of rice in there, and then some beef stout, and then as quick as your little tap thingy or whatever you use to get water can take you, another 2 cups of water added on. And then I just give it a little stir or so. Make sure it's all pretty mixed together. Once I feel that they're all together right now, under me, not over me, then that is when I say, see you in 20 minutes. And so I'll turn down the heat to like medium. Take the rubber thingy, put it on. That's what it looks like for me. Put it on there. And then go timer 0, 0, 0, start. So don't touch it. This is where the rice is like doing its ricey goodness thing. Like rice is going from this little, they're like a tiny little thing. A big rice. I'm glad no one saw that. So I'll be back with you in like 19 minutes. Doop-a-loop.